Vikings are coming off an upset in Buffalo, and you're going to favor the Cowboys on the road?
What's happening, everybody? I'm Brandon Tierney. This is Week 11 of Put Your Money Where Your Mouth Is, brought to you by BetMGM. Now, pretty simple deal. Each week, two of the sharpest minds on the internet will compete against each other to make you a little scratch, finding the best bets for Week 11. I'll decide who earns the cash. End of the show, we'll throw down one big bet for Sunday's Chiefs-Chargers game. Last week, Adam lost his bet to Scott the King and had to throw down $20 on this week's Colts money line against the Eagles. If the Colts pull it off, Scott gets the cash out. We'll take a look at how that went down.
Yeah, and you know what? I originally said that I wasn't going to do anything for you when I win, when the Eagles lose their second straight, but I am going to take you to White Castle. I'll let you get a few sliders and then onion rings.
I mean, you are just a romantic.
I don't know. Sounds like a win-win. You know, you got some free money working for you, and even if you lose, you got a couple of hamburgers coming your way. Not a bad deal. All right, let's see who's in the house. First up, Lauren Russell. Now, rumor is she's got a little game. She got sports as well. Lauren, what's going on?
I'm pumped to be here. I'm usually the one asking the trivia questions, so I'm excited to prove that I actually can answer the questions that I ask.
All right. Chance to flex a little bit. Show the knowledge.
Yeah, I
like
want to
it.
flex a little. I want to win a little.
All right. Well, listen, Kyle Ayers might have a little something to say about that. Kyle, welcome to the show. What are you all about there, Big Kyle?
Well, you know, my little brother runs all my fantasy teams, so this is going to be interesting watching me out on my own for the first time. I don't have him on Skype, but I'm happy to be here. I think it's going to be fun.
All right, guys, we keep score, all right? There's a winner, there's a loser. So, Kyle, we always play for something as well. What are the stakes?
Well, this week, the loser has to send out a tweet written by the winner, and, you know, it's a tough time on Twitter already, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, what's verified, what's not, what's real, what's not. This could get spicy. Lauren, you okay with this?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. I'm confident in myself, so I don't think I'll have to worry too much.
Ooh, first little shot across the bow. I like it. All right, let's get to the game. All right, guys, let's start building that bankroll. First up, we call quickfire number one. Lauren, you're up first. So I built the 5 plus 561 four-leg moneyline parlay, of course, on BetMGM. And for $30, which team's going to ruin it for me? Number one, Saints minus 200 versus the Rams. Giants minus 165 against the Lions. Commanders coming off a big win, minus $1.60 at the Texans, or the Broncos minus 145 at the Raiders. Lauren, where's your scent taking you? What don't you like there?
You know, I can't say my Giants are going to mess it up. My Giants aren't going to mess it up for you. It's going to be the Saints. I mean, where has this offense been? Andy Dalton, when's the last time he threw for over 200 yards? Where's Alvin Kamara? What's going on with this offense? I don't care that Cooper Kupp's out. I don't care that Matt Stafford might not play. The Rams defense, even though it hasn't been that good this year, is going to be able to handle business versus the Saints.
Yeah, and by the way, I like the fact that you're coming out saying I'm a homer. Hey, listen, I'm Lauren, I'm a homer, I'm a Giants fan. I have no problem with that. All right, Kyle, you heard what Lauren said. What are you doing?
I don't know. I don't see the Rams win. I haven't seen a hangover as big as the Rams since my 21st birthday. I just don't see it happen. I think that the Broncos are going to lose. The Broncos and Raiders in what is, you know, clearly the greatest division of all time, like we predicted. This is a big heavyweight matchup. I think they might have a win between the two teams. The Raiders might win because it's at home. The problem is you'd have to watch the game to see. So, you know, I think the Raiders are going to win, and I think Broncos country is going to let's ride back home.
These are some weird stories. I mean, Russell Wilson's a mess. Raiders are a complete zoo. I mean, they're a disaster. Lauren, $30 in the account out of the chute. I like the way you identify the homerism, but more specifically, I mean, Andy Dalton. I mean, come on. How do you invest any energy behind him? $30 for Lauren. Let's keep it moving. This one's for $50. Lauren, you're up first. So I'm going to ask you to name 8 players from a team in 30 seconds. And pretty easy, right? The tricky part, Kyle identifies the team, all right? So for the 50 spot, Kyle, give us the team, and then Lauren will start counting. Kyle, who do you have? What team?
Texans.
You know, I'll tell you. I mean, this is just. You know what?
Can I go?
They are legally a team, right?
No, not yet. House rule. I don't care what management says. Everybody goes for the Texans. Not allowed. That's my rule. Give me another team.
All right, 8 players from the Colts.
Okay.
The Colts. That's a tough one. Let's get 30 seconds on the board. Lauren, go.
Delani Woods, Michael Pittman, Matt Ryan, Sam Ellinger, Quentin Nelson, Leonard,
That's 6. You got a lot of time. 20 seconds left.
Wait,
6.
Jonathan Taylor, who's behind him?
You want him? Somebody was traded, so it's not
Kelly.
Hines.
Isn't Kelly the center? Kelly the center?
Oh, I
Sure.
don't know who their center is. It sounds right.
Just be
That's
confident.
at least 7.
Who's the safety?
10 seconds. Come on, you got to go. 6 seconds. Oh, that's close. Come on. Kicker,
Why am
punter,
I blanking on their
whatever.
wide receivers? Oh,
I don't know.
Alec Bachman.
2 seconds.
No,
Oh,
Alec
we
Bachman.
go.
Oh my God.
She gets it
Pierce,
in.
Pierce, the guy from
She
Cincinnati.
got.
Pierce.
You're in. You're good. 50.
What is that, 30? Is that 30 seconds from like a MacGyver episode? That was 7.5 minutes.
All right, so $80 for Lauren, and I believe Kyle is looking at a donut. This one is worth
I'm
60.
hungry.
All right, so am I. First one to name the current starting quarterback based on these clues, you get the 60. First up, his dad's a former Major League Baseball player. This is already simple. Kyle, go.
Is that Patrick Mahomes?
It could be. Lauren, how about you?
Patrick Mahomes.
Number 2, he's been to the Super Bowl 1 time, and he lost. Mahomes does have the win, so go ahead. He lost. Got there and lost. Lauren.
Matt Ryan.
Kyle, what about you?
Jimmy Garoppolo?
Nope. Not bad answers, but not correct. He was once a Golden Bear. Played for Cal. Maybe played golf with Jack Nicklaus as well, I'm not sure. But Golden Bear.
Oh.
Come on.
I know. Jared
Come
Goff.
on, Lauren.
Jared Goff.
All right, well, we'll hold on. We have Jared Goff. Kyle, what's your answer?
I agree that it's Jared Goff.
Okay, all right. Boom, $60 a piece. So now, 140 for Lauren and 60 for Kyle. There we go. All right, guys, let's keep it moving. Time for Did They Know? Eagles tailgate. So we went to the Eagles tailgate last game, hooked up with some diehard, devout, Bird fans, and got a sense of how much and how well they know their team. So here's the deal. $40 a question. All right, chance to add to the score. Lauren, you're currently in the lead. We're trying to determine whether or not you think the person that we asked knows their stuff. First up, let's meet Ethan.
Hi, I'm Ethan Hobbs, and I've been an Eagles fan for 21 years, and my favorite memory of the Eagles game is Deshaun Jackson running back a punt return in the 4th quarter in the final seconds against the Giants.
Oh, man, I remember that one well. Good memory. Seems like he's pretty dialed in. All right, guys, so we asked Ethan this question. According to BetMGM, what are the current odds for the Eagles to win the Super Bowl? This one is worth $40. A, plus 250. B, plus 600. C, plus 750. Or D, plus 1,000.
Well, he remember. Lauren, do you remember that Giants-Eagles game? Okay, it was.
That's personal. But I was actually very young, so I don't really remember it. To be honest.
I think he gets it wrong. I think he's too optimistic about his team.
Okay, so Kyle is voting no. Lauren, which way are you going? Yay or nay?
I'm going to go with no, too. He just seems very young. He says he's been a fan for 21 years. I don't know if he even looks 21, so I don't know how familiar he is with odds. So I'm going to go with he doesn't know.
Let's see if he got it right. Go ahead.
Plus 750 for sure.
All right, guys, good call. You both got it right. Did not know the answer. The answer, by the way, was plus 600. That's the correct answer in terms of the odds. BetMGM current updated odds for the Eagles to win. Not get to, but to win the Super Bowl. So let's keep it moving. We got a tightly contested one. How about Blaine? Step on up to the dish. Blaine, what are you all about?
My name is Blaine Patton, 27 years old, been an Eagles fan since birth.
All right, guys, so we asked Blaine this question. Before the season, what year was the Eagles' best previous start to a season at 7-0? So, are we betting on Blaine? Kyle, do you think he knows the answer?
I bet he knows it was probably an Andy Reid year, but I bet he gets it wrong. I don't have faith in Blaine.
All right, Lauren, what about you? You rolling or you ducking?
Just playing the numbers game here, he says he's been a fan since birth. So I'm going to assume he probably kind of remembers it, and I'm going to say he knows.
Well, listen, let's see where Blaine's at.
That was 2004, the last time they made it before they won the Super Bowl.
All right, listen, the faith is rewarded. He got it right. The correct answer from Blaine was back in 2004. Lauren bangs it out. She's up to 220.
Yes, Blaine, let's go, baby.
Yeah, flex a little. You know what? Flex. Let's go. Flex.
You know, talk about playing the numbers game. Historically, if you don't have faith in Philadelphia fans, you'll come out on top. I feel betrayed by history.
Well, your own history right now is not very favorable. You got to get moving, dude. She's smoking you. All right, guys, we move along to take two. Now, this is what we do here. I'm going to throw out a couple of marquee matchups, right? and I want you guys to dissect what you think is going to happen here based on, you know, how you feel about the teams involved, obviously. If I like your take better, I'm going to give you $50. Now, Kyle, you've got to get going here. Lauren's up to 220. Kyle's been sitting at 100. 2 games for you. Kyle, you go first. Let's start making a dent in that deficit. Jets +3 up in New England, and I hate that team. So maybe you can get some points if you actually go with the Jets. I'm just saying here. Kyle, what's your take?
I actually do think the Jets are going to cover in this game. I like the Pats 21-20, which would give me the over. And I think the most important bet on this game, I'm taking the over on 0.5 replays of the butt fumble. I think it's at least going to come up one time. So if I can smash the over on that, I think the 21-20 Pats is kind of what I think is going to happen. Give me the butt fumble replay, give me over 38.5, and give me the Jets to cover, but probably not win.
I could give you some points on being witty, creative. Jets covering, that's nice. But here's the thing. I'm going to challenge you on this one. They might reference the butt fumble. They will not show the butt fumble. Let's see if Lauren can kick in the door. Lauren, what do you have?
Well, they're not going to just cover. They're going to win straight up. Last game, they played each other a few weeks ago. Zach Wilson basically handed the Pats that game with some egregious turnovers. But lately, he's been playing better. He's getting the ball out quick. He's making smart decisions. He's not going to give this Patriots defense an easy out. Mac Jones going up against this Jets defense, no, it's not going to end well, guys. There might be Bailey Zappi chance going on in New England. So give me the Jets money line here. And I'm taking the under 38.5. The Jets aren't letting this Patriots offense go crazy.
It is time to end this ridiculous grip that they have on my life. They have lost 13 straight games to this team. Not only will the Jets win, he will play a clean game. Take the butt fumble and stick it, Kyle. $50 for my girl, Lauren. You are routing.
Yeah, New York sports fans have never been let down, have they? You guys got this.
Just uniting in our Patriots hate.
All right, well, let's go here. Cowboys -1 at the Vikings. Cowboys, rough game in Lambeau. Didn't play particularly well. They choked away a big lead. Dak a couple of turnovers. Vikings are really good. Maybe not as explosive as you would think with some of the players they have, but they eventually get in the end zone. Lauren, why don't you take this one? And they are 8-1, by the way. Cowboys -1 at Minnesota. Lauren.
I feel like this is actually a kind of disrespectful line. Cowboys -1. They're coming off a loss versus Green Bay, who just lost a million games in a row. Vikings are coming off an upset in Buffalo, and you're going to favor the Cowboys on the road? I feel like that's kind of disrespectful to this Vikings team. Kirk Cousins, I know he's the prime time in midday slates. So I don't know how he's going to play at the 425 slate. Is he going to regress a little in this 425 slate? It's not all the way towards prime time, but the sun is going to be going down. I'm still rolling with the Vikings, though. So give me the Vikings to win this one, and I'll take that extra point. Why not?
Yeah, no, primetime Kirk is nothing you ever want to back, but, now he's iced out. You see him on the plane with his boys. They're giving him the chains, and he's out there flexing without a shirt, wearing 13 gold chains. Kirk is feeling himself. He's playing well. All right, Kyle, how about you?
I'm actually going to take the Cowboys to probably win by 10 points here. Here's why. No Zeke. Tony Pollard is good. So I think they're going to feed Tony Pollard. What was the last time Tony Pollard played on his own? It was 130 yards, a couple touchdowns. I think they're going to be good. Minnesota put a lot into that last game. Last time a team put everything they had into a game against the Bills, they lost next week in disappointing fashion. Chiefs, Bengals last year in the playoffs. I don't think they're going to be able to bring it like that 2 weeks in a row. Emotional letdown for the Vikings. And I think the Cowboys are just going to kind of take it on.
Oh, man. I'm conflicted here because if I give this to Lauren, it's pretty much a wrap. But I also have to evaluate this through 2 different prisms. One is the football one, the obvious one. And you're right. Pollard's better, more explosive. He's playing. So that possibly gives me a little lean with Dallas. But the gambling prism, which is what this is all about, by the way, I think what that line is about is just reeling in the suckers who don't know how to bet, who look, Cowboys -1? Oh, Cowboys could cover 1 point. You know what? I don't think that's the case. I think the Vikings find a way to win this game. And Lauren, I'm with you. I am. Kyle, I'm not trying to dish you here, buddy. I'm not trying to make this a bloody beatdown.
No, I'm just excited to go back and look at these next week.
All right. Okay. 50 for Lauren, just for the tone there. I didn't like that tone. What's the score? I believe it's 320 to 100. Lauren, would you like to taunt your opponent?
I mean, it was a good try. It was a good try. What can I say? I mean, I'm gonna remain humble.
Look, whether or not I win this, I'm just excited to actually be able to watch my team in the second round of the playoffs this year.
I mean, I wouldn't talk that much. Don't they have the same record? I'll ride that for as long as I can, that they have the same record as the Chiefs, that they have a better record than the Bills. I'll enjoy every second of that.
All I want is the Giants to knock Brady out of the playoffs and end his career. It would just be the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
All right, guys, it is time to roll. We call it the big one, the final round. It's the big one here. So here's what the objective is. So we'll take all the bankroll, and at this point, Lauren's got a whole lot more in the bankroll than Kyle. But hey, it ain't over. Lauren at 320, by the way. Kyle, you're sitting at 100. So you guys are going to take a bet or multiple bets and slice it up however you want for the Sunday night game between the Chiefs and the Chargers. Whoever has the most money left over on Monday is the winner. All right, Lauren, you are setting the pace. You're up a bunch. You're up first. Go ahead.
So my strategy here is I kind of want to play it safe since I do have a sizable lead and I don't want to gamble it away. So I'm going to go with Austin Eckler, anytime touchdown scorer. He seems to always get into the end zone for the Chargers, especially if we don't know whether Keenan Allen or Mike Williams is going to be playing. Austin Eckler, he can run it in, he can catch a pass and run that in. So I'm going to go with Austin Eckler, anytime touchdown, and I'm going to put $100 on that.
All right, so Lauren Eckler to find the end zone seems like a pretty reliable play there, relatively conservative. Kyle, you've got to be the opposite. You have to be aggressive. What are you riding here, pal?
I'm putting, I'm putting my money out on all of this happening. $100. Travis Kelce 50 yards and a touchdown, and Mike Williams 50 yards and a touchdown. That guy destroys the Chiefs in such an incredible manner. I would consider this a guarantee if he plays. Both guys will have 50 yards. Both guys will have a touchdown. 100, all my 100 on all of that happening.
Okay, now are you doing this as a parlay to juice up the odds? Just to be clear here.
All of it.
Parlay.
All of it's got to happen.
Yep. It's a good parlay. My only issue is if Williams doesn't play.
He's so good against the Chiefs. If he doesn't play, he still might get it.
I like the conviction. We'll see how this plays out. Guys, awesome job. Awesome show. Well done. Nicely done. Thanks for hopping on today, guys.
Appreciate you having me. Peace.
Yeah, if this goes how I think it might, I will be ducking you guys on Monday.
That'll just about wrap it up. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment below with your locks for the week. Make sure to head over to thegameday.com for the latest offers from BetMGM. Enjoy the games. Get a little sweat going. And we'll see you next week right here.